Well, it's the afternoon after the night before. The Lumbini Lions are officially the champions of the Nepal Premier League, and there was celebrations into the early hours last night. For Sudaprashim, it's the second consecutive final where they've come up short, and unlike last year, they really didn't play very well. Didn't get it done with the bats, and really the game was all over probably after the first 12 or 15 overs. Plenty of thoughts on the cricket. I'll bring those to you now in a moment. I'm just heading up towards Kathmandu Durbar Square here, one of the most beautiful parts of the city. Just on the back of the bike. Look at this here. The temple's being fixed to the next to me, but yeah, so many thoughts to give, but really just so grateful for the most incredible month. I think from talking last night, we had a nice final drink with HD Ackerman and Carlos Brathwaite. Stewie Law came and joined us. I think Jess Crow, who flew out early, and Mikhail Baswani, and of course Fazil. I think all of our thoughts were just very much ones of gratitude for the most incredible month and excitement for what lays ahead, not just for Nepal from a cricketing perspective, but for the country itself. This has lifted the country up. We've had the most incredible 30 days as well. We very nearly get ourselves into trouble at a junction there. It's always a little bit chaotic, the traffic here in Kathmandu, but it just seems to work. Namaste. Yeah, namaste. You say hello. So the excitement of the Nepal Premier League is still very much. Yeah, come with me. Come with me. We're going to Kathmandu. Look, there's kids playing cricket there. Kids playing cricket down the side. Going to Kathmandu Durbar Square. So yeah, you can come with me, no problem. So the excitement, the fever of the Nepal Premier League very much still in force here in the city. And yeah, like I said, overwhelmingly grateful for all the kind messages, all the love, and particularly all the comments on my Dara Silwal and jackets, and beautiful Dhaka topi that Rachana Rimal kindly gifted me yesterday. I was really honoured to wear that. So yeah. Okay, well, come with us now, no problem, no problem. You're going to have a bit of a look here at that around one of the beautiful temples. So we might jump off here and go for a little walk, maybe. I'm just going here, we can do a little video now. I'll jump off here, here's good. I'll have more thoughts on the cricket in a few moments. Yeah, go over to the sunshine there, brother. And yeah, lots to talk about from a cricket perspective, but just want to say thanks so much to absolutely everything. Yeah, no problem, no problem. So, Dandavad for now. We'll keep this message going, have a look at the beauty here of Kathmandu Durbar Square around me. So I'm going to get up onto a rooftop, get some lunch, and yeah, see you very soon. It's time for the end of tournament wrap-up. Hopefully this will be a bit clearer and more lucid than the back of the bike ride, but we're going to keep that in there because that was a lot of fun. I'm here in one of my favourite parts of all of the Kathmandu Valley alongside Patlan Durbar Square, which I adore. This is Kathmandu Durbar Square. I'm going to actually show it to you because really the gods are putting on an absolute glorious farewell. I fly out tomorrow, and yeah, just as the sun is setting on the tournament, and indeed today, get a look at beautiful Kathmandu Durbar Square. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The origin of the square actually dates back, I think, to the 3rd century. But the temples, most of the temples you can see here, there's in the Royal Palace, I think they date back to about the 16th century, so that's part of 500 years old there. And yeah, obviously it was terribly damaged actually back in the earthquake. A lot of the renovation work has been completed, but yeah, what better place to have our end of tournament wrap up and talk some cricket. Real disappointment for the Sudaprashim Royals. They won the toss, they chose to bat first. I thought it was a strange decision myself, and for Dipender Singh Airi's men, they sadly have felt that exact same feeling as last year. This year though, they played well. They put in their worst performance of the season by a distance on the biggest stage of them all, in front of a sold-out crowd. There wasn't a seat to be had for love nor money, and an incredible atmosphere, but the Sudaprashim Royals fans just didn't get much to cheer. All three sides actually changed their batting order and tinkered with their lineups throughout the playoffs, ended up losing. So you think about what the Kathmandu Gorkhas did, playing around in the 3rd v 4th clash, then we saw the Bratnagar Kings change their batting lineup significantly in the second qualifier, and then yesterday we saw a change in the order with Ishan Pandey going up to open. Don't think he was at fault, although he should have been dismissed in the first over. Clearly edged one behind that was given not out. He made 33. Nobody else really did anything of any note. The second highest scorer was Dipender Singh Airi, who was the first wicket of what was an amazing hat-trick for Rohit Powdell, and I think that was one of my moments of the tournament as the captain of the Lions sprinted off to his mum
in the crowd to dedicate it to her. It's his first ever hat-trick, and yeah, certainly the captain of the Lions had a magnificent season, although he was nudged out of the player of the tournament stakes, I think rightly so, by Ruben Trumpelman, who just provided that threat at the top of the order. Left arm seamer, bowled so well, and he was at his best yesterday. He was actually not just player of the match yesterday, but player of the tournament as well. He ended up taking, I think it was in just a fraction over 2 overs, 13 balls, 3 for 3, 3 wickets for Sharmila, who had a wonderful tournament. He won the emerging Nepali player of the tournament award at the rather long-running post-tournament ceremony, where I think we had, 12 awards to give out, runners-up medals, winners medals, all sorts happening. There was cars being given out by Amoda and JQ, bikes being given out by Bajaj Pulsar, and then we had all the normal awards for the match, which is about 10. So that that post-match ceremony took a long time in my beautiful new Darasilva, which I really enjoyed all your comments on. Thank you again. But yeah, really sensational bowling performance. Pedal, Trumpelman and Mala with 3 wickets apiece, and 85 was going to be just, well, nothing at all. And then the way Dinesh Adhikari played, who you got to give great credit to Tina Yohannan, and then I suppose the backroom support staff of Shakti Gauchan and indeed Subhash Kakarel, so the 2 former Nepal players who clearly saw something in young Dinesh Adhikari, who's going to actually end up with the highest strike rate of the entire tournament because of that remarkable innings of 42 off 13. He was 40 off 10, and I was on air with Carlos Brathwaite. I rather talked it up, wondering could he equal Chris Gale's record of a 12 ball 50 in franchise cricket, but he blocked the next one and was dismissed by Hemant Dami soon after, who picked up a couple of wickets to end a good season for him. Another young player to watch, as was one of the other emerging breakout players of the tournament, who is Tilak Bandari, who finished with 1 for 26 for the Lions. He actually won one of the awards, I think it was the Presidential Graduate School Award. Ended up with an economy rate under 6 in the tournament, 4th best overall. And yeah, I just couldn't believe the performance from the Royals. I know Dami picked up a couple, and indeed Irie got 1 and Avinash Bahara got 1, but Irie got taken apart in that first over by Adhikari, and the game was literally done at the end of that first over. To be honest, it was done in the first innings. So maybe just a little tinge of shame, or not shame, regret I suppose, that we didn't have a better final. We all wanted a great final because the season has been sensational. It's been unforgettable. I certainly have loved every second. The commentary team have loved it. It's been really setting a new benchmark for cricket in Nepal, and really it's been about so much more than just the cricket, hasn't it? The number of stories we've heard from individuals, flying in especially for the Nepal Premier League from overseas, from America, from Australia, the inspiring stories of young boys and girls getting motivated to get into cricket and become real fans of cricket and trying to take up the sport now. For Chatur Bahadur Chand, for Roshan Singh, the president of Cannes, Chatur, and the vice president Roshan, and Paras Khadka, the secretary, and Binod Das, the cricket manager, and Utsav and all the team. There's too many names to mention, but just to every one of you, congratulations, sincere thanks for all of your team's work. I know hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people involved. To get that stadium completed in time was a remarkable achievement as it was. It was pretty miraculous, to be frank, to turn that around, and I think what that will do now is set a fantastic platform. We really hope the full ICC sanctioning will come in next year, so there'll be no restriction on the overseas players from the Test Nations. This year again we just had 4 current full member players. I think next year that restriction will lift, and we're going to be in for no doubt another festival in the Himalayas next year. But just everything couldn't have gone any better. It really couldn't have. I wish we had a better final. Commiserations to Sudhir Prashim. I feel for Dipendra Singh Irie. It was a pretty heartbreaking interview in the post-match ceremony I had to do with him, where he was short of words, understandably, but we caught up with him later in the evening, and he was pretty pragmatic actually. He said, this is cricket, this is the way it works, and all eyes now for Nepal turn to that T20 World Cup in Mumbai in February, which is so exciting, to say the least. I cannot wait for that. But congratulations, I haven't really focused on it, to the Lumbini Lions. What a story. 8th last season, 8th and bottom, nowhere to be seen, and then really that signing of Nirshan Dikwela proved the turning point. But their young spinners, Abhishesh Gautam, had a good season. I think Tilak Raj Bandari is a young leggy with a huge future. Ruben Trumpelman, rightly the player of the tournament. Sharmila, I'd expect him to be in that T20 World Cup squad. I think he might force his way in, and understandably so, with that mystery spin, those little carom balls he's flicking out, and he'll get better and better as he goes. And Darcy Short, very much an unsung hero, didn't actually end up with any of the awards because the leading run scorer ended up being Adam Rossington. It wasn't there to collect it, of course, himself, but congratulations to the legendary Englishman. Looking forward to seeing him back next season. He was one of the real stars of the show. Leading wicket taker was Sandeep Lamachani. Congratulations to the spin king himself. It was a 3-way tie actually, with Abhinesh Bahara also in 17 wickets, and Shermala, but Sandeep Lamachani, he edged it on average and indeed economy rate. He was by a distance the best of the bowlers for the season. And then for the domestic players, just a shame that Binod Bandari couldn't finish his excellent season well. He fell for a second ball duck. So Rohit Paolo got the domestic leading run scorer, and again Lamachani the domestic leading wicket taker. But it's been a sensational year. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm pretty exhausted. I'm on the brink of maybe a little bit of sickness with the cold, but I'm going to give you one more view of the sunset to finish with in a second. I might just spin the camera around. I just want to say thank you really to everyone, because it has been special, really special indeed. I've loved every single second, and yeah, what better views would you want to finish with than those there that hopefully you can actually see and get a look at. It's a beautiful country with the most beautiful people. I want to thank every single one of you. I'll be honest, I wanted to try and get to see a few more people yesterday, but it was chaotic to say the least, because the game ended so quickly. It was all over in 27, 28 overs or something like that. We never really got into much of a flow, and then there was all of the pageantry of getting into my new Dara Silwal, getting dressed for that, working out all the tournament awards. And big congratulations to the Kathmandu Gorkhas for winning that inaugural MCC Nepal Premier League Spirit of Cricket Award, which I think is a great innovation, and something Nepal should be really proud of, to be partnering with the MCC at the home of cricket for that. But I just want to thank everyone. I'm not really going to be able to put it into words or sum up as to my emotions and how amazing the year was. I always love coming to Nepal. It's not just my second home, it's very much deeply etched into my soul here, and I'm going to be really emotional and sad leaving tomorrow, but I'm going to leave with a month of the most amazing memories with the most fantastic people I've ever met, and the thing I'm probably proudest of from all of you that have made the season, all the fans, is the reaction from every single other person who came. I knew it would be great, I knew you would be great, but for Carlos Brathwaite and for HD Ackerman, to be saying, two guys who've been all around the cricketing world, to be saying this was one of their favourite months they've ever had, for Jess Crow to come here and be embraced so beautifully by all of you. Look, it just means the world. And every single one of the overseas players has said the same to me. I caught up with Ruben Trumpelman for a few drinks last night in particular, so plenty of the guys, Harmeet Singh and others. But yeah, I'm getting a bit emotional here, so I'll probably wrap it up. But you should be really proud. I know there's many brighter days ahead. I know 2025 has been tough for so many people here in Nepal, and I really hope that thanks to what the Nepal Premier League has done, that bright future is going to become a reality and be much sooner than many of you would think. So I want to thank you all. I can't wait to come back soon. I really hope that's not as long a break between visits as it was for this one, because with the redevelopment of the ground it was 12 months or so. Let's hope I'm back at some point next year, really soon, and I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. So I'm going to say Dandavad, Namaste, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.